What are these, Milo?
Gems.
Is that where the bears are? Are there still bears in Torquay?
I don't think so.
That's what Milo says. Morning, y'all. Oh, morning. There were blooming bears in Torquay. Who called it? But it is my job as a daddy to be annoying. Right, on today's vlog, I'm going to employ the help of Daniel's son and Coach Lockie, and we're going to have a bit of a Scotty Cameron day. So I think I might have every Scotty Cameron that has a new range, like every one. Should we try them all? Should we talk about if they can help you or not, and what they're about? But don't worry, custom shop is still safe. Question of the day, if I was giving Scotty Camerons away for free, which I'm not, would you take one and use one? Post those comments down below. If it's just price, we can talk about that as a thing. I understand they're not cheap, they're very expensive. But if I was just giving them away, would you? Down there, let me know. Sharing. Let's take you to school and see what you've been up to. What's all this learning about that they talk about? I know it's going to be difficult, but we've got to show people what it's all about. I know they're pretty, and I know there's pictures on my phone, but there's nothing like you. I know everyone's talking about them, but we just got to compare them, but nothing compares to you. Don't worry, it'll be all right. Don't you worry. Arrived Torquay Golf Club, and look what I found. Putting testers assemble.
Putting God, actually.
X.
No,
We have a lot of Scotty Camerons. You're going to test a real putt today, Matt.
Yeah.
You're an Odyssey man as well, aren't you?
Yeah, I do dabble with putters though, don't I?
Isn't that yeah, you do. You're probably used to it. Bit of a poor man's Scotty, some people say, don't they?
well, some say
No,
number one
it's
putter on
true.
tour.
Right, we have a little video to watch, class. So this is me chatting to Scotty himself when I went and met him in Carlsbad. The guys are just going to watch the video talking about what these clubs are all about. So here with the man himself, holding one of his designs, new select range here with Scotty Cameron. What's going on with the new range?
Mark, we have been working on this for the last 2 years, and I'm proud to bring, it's coming soon, and it's a select line. And the attention to detail of things like the top line matching the second flow going into the third, so the tier effect. Everything's been thought of and fine-tuned from the weight, but a lot of things, vibration dampening membrane in between the insert and the body. We put inside there 30% more vibration dampening membrane. It feels unbelievable, but the looks, minor changes. The goal here, I didn't want to change it so much, handed it to one of our touring guys and say, oh, that doesn't look like that anymore.
Yeah, indeed, yeah.
So the goal was to keep the cool look, but fine-tune it from the top line, second, third, the feel, but also to the way it's set. We have a four-way sole now, and so the putter doesn't close or open. You set it down, it sits square and kind of aligns itself. So the sole we've gotten with offset and shaft, it makes things pull and push, and set it down, it should set dead square. So it's a sight, it's a sound, it's a feel story. The attention to detail is unparalleled.
It's all right, we're just looking. Don't worry. Right down tech.
Right, tech.
What have we got?
Okay, so we've got a little bit of a 30% increase in dampening the face.
Which is
So
what Scotty was saying.
what Scotty was talking about. So basically they've got these little rivets in the back here that they pull this face off and they get a bit of a better dampener in
So
there.
we can test that.
Try to thin out the top line a little bit more.
So we could compare this to mine. It definitely has a bit more curve.
So it's
than mine,
more
doesn't it?
more shaved off here and definitely more shaved off the back here. To
Yeah.
try and blend, he wants to blend that a little bit more.
Okay.
Coming
And then
down.
what's this sole doing?
Okay, so he's basically shifted the weight, the balance point on the head. So whereas what was happening before is because the balance point was back in here, so it's further back in the head, when that putter had the shaft and the grip added to it, it was pulling that club and turning it left, so it was basically
Okay.
aiming left on us.
So he's changed that with the sole.
So he's basically brought the weight slightly further forward
Yeah.
on the sole, which now allows the putter to sit square.
That's called craftsmanship, right? Right, Matt, with my one, which is the older one, if you like, in the new one, are you feeling a bit of difference in the way that four-way sole is working?
Well, the more you move it around, yes. So I'm moving these like exactly the same direction. Yours is definitely toeing in more, I would say.
So basically, in theory, mine's going to require me to do a bit more.
Yeah, but I don't think you struggle with that.
No, absolutely. Number one bottle goal. Let me just get the focus on number one found ball in golf. When you're ready, Matt, you hit a putt.
Yes. Oh, that is nice.
Listen for it.
Come on.
What are you feeling, Dan? You obviously don't own a Scotty.
No, I don't own a Scotty. It's just firmer. It's a firmer feel for me.
Because you're using Odyssey, aren't
So I'm using Odyssey, so definitely a softer feel in the Odyssey, but this is... I haven't tested your one, I haven't tested the older ones to see if there's any difference from this dampening that they've put in there.
Let's do it. I've got it here, let's do it.
Should we have a little go?
For you, feeling firmer?
Definitely firmer than mine, yeah.
Craftsmanship, right?
Yeah.
Feeling
Dan has
quite honoured here.
Yeah, the sacred.
Are you going to be alright about
shop.
this?
I'm a little bit anxious today. Any difference in feel? Well, it works.
It does work. It's marginal, isn't it? It's very, very small.
It's big.
I know. There is definitely a slightly
change to an Odyssey.
Yeah, but there is definitely. This is feeling slightly. Yours is feeling slightly clickier off the face. Tiny, but I can definitely sense it. Yeah.
I'm not sure I can feel a difference between the two. I think the biggest difference I felt from going Odyssey to this is the firmer feel. Here's one for you. So the term soft feel may be slightly confusing. So what I mean by that, as in if I wrap you both in bubble wrap and you run at a wall, will you feel it more or less than if you just run at a wall in your nakedness?
Well, yeah, I know what you're saying. It is soft feel though, isn't it? But it doesn't give you more feel, a softer feel.
Correct. So there's where the play
marketing,
is clever. I think you running at the wall in
would be
nakedness,
funny.
Matt, you're very soft. And you would just slide off the wall. So obviously you've got the curved off lines. What do you think?
You can see it more in the bigger designs than comparing it between yours and the new. Definitely, like this is like real quite nice and flows like a water. If you put water down there, it'd be like a waterfall.
Yeah, absolutely. But just bear in mind, Custom Shop is here and he can hear you.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to be
He's
careful.
alright, he still looks good, just not quite as good.
Like, oi! Dan, flowing lines, preference or non, seeing it, not seeing it?
Not seeing a great deal. You have to get really close up, but when I'm looking down on it, I'm not seeing a massive difference in that.
For me, I'm not seeing a massive difference or have a preference. I love my Custom Shop, so I'm kind of looking for it through rose-tinted glasses. I think when you get close to it, like we did with the camera and stuff, you can see the flow again. It's that kind of attention to detail that maybe we don't really know we care about that much, but obviously the person with the name on the putter is going to care more and do their utmost, I guess, to get what they think is the best product out there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Time to choose a favourite. I can feel a putting comp coming on, gentlemen. Choose. Chosen.
My weapon.
What one?
Fast back.
Fastback. So you quite like bigger lines,
Yep.
bit of help, don't you?
Yeah, a bit more face balancey type.
Show me that
putter.
again so people can see. So obviously in the range you've got a variation of face balance and toe hangs.
One of your airs.
That's where it went. So the different hangs and stuff, people can talk about flowing strokes and those kind of ideas.
Yeah.
Certainly doesn't stop any faults, but it might assist in ideas.
Yes, definitely.
Oh, that choice has been made.
That's the one.
Doff Scotty, do you pick, good fellow sir?
I have gone for the Newport, the original
Let's have a
Newport.
look at him.
Bit more rounded.
Bit rounded. Bit
than
rounded
mine,
than
isn't
your
it?
one, yeah. And it's got the line on it, which the old Newport original one never had the line. So this is nice.
Chosen. Right. That one is what I use, but this one, so custom shop, doesn't feel cheated on. I'm gonna putt not with a version of the perfect putter. This one. So I was a massive Elazabal fan when I was younger as well. He used this kind of shape.
Yep.
So I'm gonna use this
I used to have one.
as my putter of choice in this putting match.
Like a platinum back in the day.
Well, yeah, the Pro Platinum, which looked like that.
That's the
Laguna.
one.
Laguna Pro Platinum.
All right, boys. Right, we're on the putting green. We've all chosen our shapes of choice.
Yes.
It's very wet. We should
It is a
really
bit
be
wet.
out here, but we are. We're going to do a 5-hole putting match.
5 hole.
Right. Shall I go?
Go for it, coach.
Get up.
Get up, Dan.
Oh, yes.
Get up, coach. So this idea obviously is built around shape. I mean, the thing to remember with Scotty is there just is kind of nearly every shape, isn't there?
They do cover all the bases, don't
Yeah,
they?
I mean, the biggest shame I see actually is that people don't get access to trying. I don't see many shops because obviously you'll see on this video putter count videos, reviews compared to drivers are very different.
Yeah.
Then pro shops don't stock these clubs as much because obviously they don't want to tie stock up in something they're not pushing through as much. So what happens is people tend to have 1 or 2 on the shelf, don't
Yeah.
they? It's just not fair. It seems a shame when it's such an extensive range, not more people aren't interested in trying all the different variations.
But I do think the company are making a big effort this year, certainly, to try and get more out there for demos.
Yeah.
So I think if you're a certain partner within Titleist, you can get access to more demo equipment.
Okay.
And certainly Scotty's involved in that as well. So.
Go on then, Dan. What you
Right,
got
just
for me?
inside Matt's, eh?
Yeah.
Get up, Dan.
Go,
Oh, good putt.
go, go!
Oh,
I know this green, boys.
He's on this every day, isn't he?
Right putting goals.
I can give you yours, Dan. It's
Ah,
that a gimme?
kind of in the way, isn't it?
it's a bit.
That's the first time he's ever given me a putt, isn't it?
He's not going to hold it, so that was pointless, wasn't it?
You've got some serious work to do up there, Matthew.
I have, yeah.
Oh, this is nice, this shape.
You like
it's
that?
amazing how different shapes inspire different feelings, isn't it? I feel all Elazabal now.
What, like certain putts?
You've got that, you've got that. He's got it.
No, Dad. I said he wouldn't hold that. He's not going to hold it, so that was pointless, wasn't it?
It doesn't matter if it's custom shop or not, boys.
Oh dear.
Oh,
Where is
thank you.
custom shop?
Thank you. Thumbs up.
hiding.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, Matt, I didn't, did I? This is to stay at level par.
You definitely did.
I am 1 under. Matt at level. No! Dan at level. Matt, what standard vlogging rules.
Righty.
We're going to this one here. I'm 1 under, boys.
Yes, you are.
People are clapping in the clubhouse and everything. Yeah, I'll pick it up, Lark.
That's not a pickup.
Right, Dan at level. Still cack-handed. I don't think you need to be cack-handed with a Scotty.
Pin seeking. Oh, unlucky.
Pick it up, Dan.
Does feel nice.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? He's off, look. Should we do the umbrella? What with that? With such high craftsmanship, bro. You're just used to not as good putters, I guess, aren't you?
Yeah.
Getting used to the pure class.
He's gone for it. He's gone for it.
Oh, look how far past it's gone. No, look, if there was a buggy, you'd get in it. Right, this to stay at 1 over. Well, hold, Matthew.
Give you them.
Oh, they've both been given.
Given.
1
You can
under,
have
1 over,
one
and
under
level.
level.
Where to?
Should we go back left there?
Back left.
Let's go really long.
Still a Good putt again, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not bad.
That needs to go.
Oh, get up,
dear.
Dan. Oh, don't hand it to me on the third.
Oh, dear.
Right, coach, can you get back in? He's nailed it.
Absolutely whacked it.
He's owed it.
He's got it.
Oh, it touched the
How did that not go in?
What? Oh, he's gutted.
That should have gone in, surely.
Get up, Dan. Matt is disgusted that I reckon the water kept it
Yeah,
out.
I reckon it might have.
I reckon you might need. I'll give you yours though, Matt. Should we pick mine up because it's a bit in the way,
No,
isn't it?
we'll see that now.
That was all very bitter, gentlemen, wasn't it?
You are leader with 2
Yeah, so
left.
you're allowed to be bitter against the leader, are you?
Yeah, exactly.
Right, Daniel, son. You're going back to level it. What hole is this? The third?
Third.
Yours was just firm and straight up there, wasn't it?
Oh, get up, Dan. Pushed it. Oh, he's holding it. So I'm 1 under, you're 1 over. Dan's level. This is the 4th, just there. Not hard enough. I reckon it would have gone as well.
it is as well.
Oh, it's in the jaws. No.
Take that away.
Yeah, pick that up.
Come on then.
Dan is
Now's the time
chasing.
to
He hates
shine.
losing to me. He hates it.
Go.
Oh, that's such a weak putt again when you're behind.
Tracking, wasn't it?
Tracking very short of the hole.
You were off again then.
He
Oh,
was.
no, it's gone with that, man.
Matt needs to do something.
He's got a chance. He's got a chance. All day.
Oh, he's holding it. Look at him striding on. You now, as such a Tiger fan, we will talk about this at some point today. I'm shocked you don't use one of these, as you and Ray. I mean, Ray uses one. Tiger's famous for this putter, is he not?
Not this one exactly,
No, but
but yeah,
Scotty-
he's got his old one back in the bag, hasn't he? With
know.
Tiger Woods on the back, like your name.
Craftsmanship, right?
Yeah.
Last hole, Matt gets to choose.
End one.
Oh, 3 puttable, you
Three
bugger.
putt, I hold.
Should have
I
done a
win.
short one. End one.
Giving it a clout
Oh,
again.
that's in, that's on the first tee, isn't it?
Oh, have a
palm
go.
tree.
Couldn't leave it short, could I?
Yeah, it was a good effort, bro.
Thanks. Last hole, rain is heavy.
2 putts wins. 2 putts for the Open. Yeah, the Masters actually. We'll go in there soon, Matt.
Yeah, I'm there next week.
Let's make sure we message text D and Dan constantly. I've taken 400 pictures, Dan. Here they all are on WhatsApp. In 5-minute intervals.
I will be sulking at home.
Anything you want from the gift shop.
Boys better bring me something back.
Oh, I've overborrowed as well.
That's going to go right from there, isn't it? Oh no.
We don't. That's given. It's a Scotty craftsmanship, bro. Dan's 3 puttings. It don't matter. Oh, I'm not doing with that putt. Oh, it's getting really heavy now.
That's
Maybe.
short
Oh,
right.
Gimmies.
Oh dear.
Let's have halves.
Oh,
it
Mark.
came back
Yeah,
in
yeah,
halves.
that you can have that, I reckon.
Dang, well, Matt doesn't need the putt, does he?
What do you mean? I'm tying with him.
Here
This
we go.
is to tie the lead.
This to
'cause you're
tie the
gonna miss.
lead, apparently. Spow and then went in. It was all going off around the first tee. I would have screamed, but there were people teeing off that.
No pressure, bro, but you need this.
This
Gotta
wins
hold
it.
this one.
You need this.
This is it.
This wins it.
This wins
Yeah.
it. Yes. Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. I'll give you yours, Dan.
winning, do we?
Give you yours.
I can have mine.
No, you felt much better. No, you're much prettier. Told you you're the one.
Yeah, having a little chat there.
Shapes then, so obviously you've got lots of shapes to choose from. Matt's going for something more face balanced, lines.
Yep.
I'm going for something very similar to what I do use, but just a variation on the back. I would choose what I use because I like what I use, but
Yeah.
for me, I'm very inspired by images in my head of players using, which is kind of a Tiger reference, which we'll talk about. a bit more. And Dan went for something. I don't. Why did you choose that one? That's not the shape you use.
No, not at all. But I kind of like your one, the number 2.
This is the number 1 putter.
Yeah. But I just liked it slightly more rounded than that.
Yeah, interesting as well. I think that's an interesting point. Is that you're choosing that shape on the brand a bit as well, I think, as in because you've not chosen that shape from an Odyssey brand that you use.
No.
As in, if you're thinking of people choosing tailor-made putters at the minute, lots of people going on that spider big shape. So even a brand, so it's you're kind of choosing how I'm choosing. It's the same. You're choosing brands in relationship to shapes that you think they do best.
Because if you're buying a ping, you're going to go for an answer.
Yeah, often it's going to be more that answer shape, isn't it?
I agree.
It's funny how they get into our heads, isn't it?
Mm.
Did I win that putting match? No, don't answer that. It's embarrassing on camera. Craftsmanship, bro. So price, they're not cheap. What are your thoughts?
It doesn't bother me that much that they hold a good value, should we say, a high value, because at the end of the day, you know, drivers are £430 now for a driver, between 350 and 430 quid.
Yeah.
So for a putter that we were using today, you're looking at about £295 to £300, I think, something along those lines. So
cheap for the amount of putts you have, isn't it?
It is cheap for the amount of putts I have, 3 putt all day with them.
So I mean, for me, I was saying to you, Matt, I thought it was quite interesting. In my just YouTube life over 10 years, I must have used 6 or 7 different brands of drivers.
Yeah.
If anyone can see any noticeable difference, let me know.
Be amazed.
It's small, isn't it? From Nike, TaylorMade, Ping, Tightness,
Cobra,
Callaway,
all that.
Cobra, I've used loads. Where I probably used 3 or 4 putters, 3 definite ones.
Yeah.
And there's a couple where there's been a noticeable change and shift at certain times in the performance.
Yeah.
Yet everyone wants the perv still over those 300 revs and launch angles, which is still a factor. But I think people get a little bit confused with maybe what they can spend on a putter. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't mind the price point, and I think that having it there brings in more options like custom fit as well. Like, don't put them in all the pro shops, because go and have that experience, get fit, get the perfect putter for you, and then if you're buying £300-400 putter, you're going to have it for, I don't know, for possibly life. Yeah, like Jordan Spieth, look at him, he's still using his old Scotty, isn't he? So why would you not spend that? And like you say, a driver being £400 for potentially 14 shots around, like a putter could be 30 putts around, couldn't it?
Or a couple of provisionals on top.
Well, I think as well what people obviously, there's plenty of people who obviously won't spend that amount of money on any club.
Yes.
But that's a different discussion.
Yeah.
I mean, then you're not in this market, and that's not a problem. There's still plenty of clubs out there that you can hold putts with, better fun. But if you want that level of craftsmanship, design, like you say, the fitting experience, I think kind of contradicts my point out on the putting green, but in a clever way, rather than putting it in every pro shop.
Yeah, it's like the Rolex thing that you talk about, isn't it? It's the premium,
and the craftsmanship, mate. Last quick point then, players who have used and who use Scotties, it is an impressive run of players. I'm not sure what Justin Thomas is using at the moment, but I saw his pictures in the studio, at the Scotty studio. Tiger obviously world famous for winning with that checkered back one.
Adam Scott.
Rory won majors with his. You can't ignore the list of, and even though I wouldn't buy on what people are using, I mean, if you did that, we'd all be buying TaylorMade because they just buy everyone and then we'll be used expensive. So, like, be cleverer than that, in my opinion. But it does say something when they could choose any putter and still can in some deals. And they go back to that trusted favourite.
Paul Casey, he's gone back, isn't he?
Yeah, he's just gone to Scotty, is he?
Like mixed baggers, generally you'll see Scotty or number 1 putter in golf, Odyssey.
Get out! There you go, day with Scotty. That was a lot of fun, and fun sharing it with the guys. I think there's some interesting points in that video. No, you see, there was nothing to worry about. Still the one. Still the one. It's obvious when you pick a Scotty up, the craftsmanship, the idea of that kind of perfection, that refinement, all those kind of buzzwords. Will it make you a better putter or not? Again, I just think that's not really the question. And if it is, you go and test. Like, it's not one that I can answer. You need to test that yourself. What you are gonna get is a putter that you kind of fall in love with. And you know you're gonna get the best kind of piece of equipment for that place in time with what Scotty thinks should be out there. Remember today's question, if they were free, down in that comment section, would you have one? Now, it's Friday tomorrow and it's Easter, so we're off tomorrow, so I am at home with the family. So I now won't see you till Monday, but what happens on Monday is I'm flying to Augusta. So I will be filming, but I don't know when I'll get it up through times of, you know, uploads and all that kind of stuff. So I will see you next week, not tomorrow, but next week. And we are gonna be, me and Matt and Rory for some of it, are at Augusta. Have a great Easter, everybody.